Hi, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wesley from Wesley's Beats Radio. And tonight I have a special guest coming in to talk to me. He's going to share some of the things that he's doing within the community with us. So please welcome Jermichael Mitchell. Hi,
Yeah,
Jermichael. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I'm great, great. It's good to
Yeah,
see you, man. I want to thank you for taking some time out, to sit down and talk to me. And we're just going to share some information, man, on what you're doing,
yeah,
and you do a lot of community activities.
yeah,
So if you like, just tell us your name again and where you're
yeah,
from and start right in with one of the activities that you're doing in the community.
yeah. So my name is Jermichael Mitchell. I also go by King Langston, which is kind of my performance name when I do poetry and I'm on the radio.
Okay.
But I'm just a community activist, man, youth activist. I've been doing youth work in this community since I was a kid. I started coaching basketball when I was 17.
Okay.
And I was playing basketball at the same time. I was honored to be in Bruce Wharton. He's a local Kappa guy. Him and two other brothers, Paul Jefferson and Tom Van Lanahan, had started a basketball league here in our community.
Right.
I was able to play in that coming up, and I was able to start coaching in that. And that just kicked me off into my community work, man. We started some nonprofits. I actually now work for a nonprofit called Maneri's Dream Alliance.
Okay.
And with Maneri's Dream Alliance, we're all across the shore. Shout out to my bosses, Don Sella Wilson and Paul too. They are more up in the north area of the shore, Denton, Kent County, Queen Anne's County areas, and that areas. And then I do work here on the lower shore in Wycomico, Somerset, and Worcester. We do run several programs. One of the programs that we run is called Club Fair Adolescent Clubhouse, which is in Worcester County.
Okay.
Yeah, so that deals with substance abuse prevention,
Right.
and also for providing services and resources for parents who are dealing with substance abuse as well. So
Okay.
that's a great program that we run down there. My man Dave, he runs that. And then we also, Corey Holden just helped us spearhead a program in Somerset County that we'll be doing real soon. We got an MOU in Somerset County, so I
Okay.
look forward to that work. But I do a Club Fair mentoring program in Wycomico County.
Okay.
So through the local management board, we were able to receive some funds, and we do a mentoring program in several of the high schools, middle schools, and elementary schools here in the community. And then we also do it in the community as well as a whole. So it's just been an amazing ride, man. I use mentoring as a way to try to teach kids life principles. Right? They don't really get
Right.
that through the
Right.
educational system. A lot of times when they in school, it's more towards the test, right? Teachers have a job to do, and
Right.
their job
Exactly.
is to make sure that those kids are prepared to make those marks, right?
Right.
So
Mm.
I'm not knocking them for that. I know a lot of times we like to put the emphasis on, oh, they should teach more life skills in school, and they should teach more things that kids are going to use. But I'm not a firm believer in that. Like we
Right.
know that a school is a system. We know
Uh-huh.
that a school is an institution.
Exactly.
They let you know what they're doing from the rip. You get what
Yes.
I'm saying? So it's like
Yes.
you
Yes.
going in there screaming, screaming. We need to teach these things in the community. We need
Mm-hmm.
to get back teaching these things. We talked earlier on the show. Um, we need to start teaching these things through the churches, right?
Right.
We need to start teaching these things through sports. We need
Right.
to start teaching these things through things that we have a handle on and that
Mm-hmm.
we control. And when we
Yes.
teach these things through the things that we control, it's easier to make it cultural. It's easier to put some things in there for different dynamics for our children to be successful.
Right. And
So
that's big. That what you're doing is really, really big in the community. And I say big because that's what's missing.
yeah,
Like you say, they don't get to teach it. You don't teach it in school.
yeah,
School does have a curriculum to
yeah,
follow,
they have a
and
curriculum.
I understand that,
Right.
but with families, because you're touching a lot of families, you're
Yeah,
touching the kids, you're touching the parents, and in our communities, we need people like yourself,
right.
you know. And I help mentor a young men's group from
Yeah,
third
yeah,
grade to 12th grade in Somerset County,
yeah,
and I know you see the same thing that I do, where they're looking for structure and they're
yeah,
looking for love.
yeah, for
If
sure.
you can give them those two things, they're happy kids.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
That and to speak towards that, man, it's often wondered why our kids join gangs. It's
Mm-hmm.
often wondered why our kids get locked up for the first time and then continue to go back. Two
Right.
things you just said. They go to the gang and they get love,
Uh-huh.
right? They
That's
get a
right.
brotherhood. They
Yep.
go to the law, they go into the prison system, the penal system, whatever juvenile system, they get structure, right?
Yes.
So if we can
Yes.
provide those things in the community, then we can save a lot of kids from having to go through those other processes
That's right.
to get it right. Like so,
That's
that's
right.
very key when you say that, man. Because like you said, a kid eyes lights up when he sees one of us because he
Exactly.
knows us and he's built the relationship and a bond. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And
yeah,
and
so
it doesn't matter where they see you. It doesn't have to be in the
nah,
program. I see them at the grocery store.
yeah,
I see
yeah,
them at
yeah,
the
yeah, for sure.
convenience store,
Yeah,
and they always run up. They
yeah,
always run up to me, speak to me, and I always ask them, "How you doing? How's your grades?
yeah, yeah.
How's your behavior at home? You
Nah, for
know?"
sure.
And then I'll throw this in. Well, I'm watching you, right?
Yeah, facts of life. Nah, facts
I
of life. Because
throw that
you never know where you're gonna see me. Right? Like that's the
exactly,
key thing. So
exactly.
you never
That's
know when
great.
I am watching. And that
Yep.
makes them be on game, right? That makes them make sure that they're
Yes.
aware of their surroundings, that they know that they
Yes.
gotta carry themselves a certain way. Like you
Yep.
said, man, doing those things like you're doing uh makes our young men want to be held accountable.
Exactly.
Right. So that's key, right? Accountability
Yep.
is another thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we too easy on our kids when it comes to accountability, right?
Right.
Johnny's at school and Johnny is bad. You know Johnny bad because he bad at home.
He bad at
So it
home.
ain't no
Yeah.
need. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no need to argue with Miss Sarah when she
Yeah.
telling you something that you already know. You
You
know what I
already
mean? We
know.
make a big
Yeah.
scene about instead of finding out, okay, what resources do you have where we can try to help my son? What else? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
or just fending for yourself. It's tons of resources out here for kids. I that's another thing that I gotta say, being that I'm talking about the nonprofit right now. Uh, Tons of resources out here for kids. If people are untapped, then they need to contact people who know.
Who
Right.
know?
I know
Exactly.
it's tons of programs. Like you said, you mentioned your program that's not only in Somerset, but it's also in Wacomico, right?
Exactly.
And I
Yep.
tell people that program has zero to do with sports. That's the same thing with my Club Fear mentoring program. It has
Uh-huh.
zero to do with sports. We might do some athletic stuff occasionally,
Right.
but the program is about mentoring. The
Uh-huh.
program is about bettering and empowering young lives.
Right. Right.
And a lot of people they say, "Oh, well, I can't find nothing for my son unless it's sports." We get that every kid isn't sports related, right?
Exactly.
Like you said, you'll teach a kid some music if he
Uh-huh.
interested. So
Yeah.
it's like
That's right.
it's resources out here. It's all about contacting those resources and then consistency, right? Because if you giving
Yes.
up your time trying to teach a kid music when you're
Yes.
free and y'all make those plans, you got to show up. You can't
Uh-huh.
always have an excuse why your kid can't come or you can't. Like you got to be able to pour into your kids' lives as much as you want somebody else to pour into their
Right.
lives. You
Exactly.
like I
And
said, you send them to school and you expecting Miss Taylor to make a miracle happen, and
uh-huh.
you ain't trying to make a miracle happen at home.
Yeah, and that's what I tell them. It's
Yeah.
like I don't have to be here.
Nah, fact.
Sometimes I don't even get to go home. I go
Yeah.
from work, go straight there. And I
Facts.
let them know I don't have to be here.
Nah,
I come
fact.
here because I love you guys and
Yeah.
I want you to see my dedication to you.
Yeah.
So in turn, you have to give me that same amount of dedication I give, you have to give it back.
Nah, for
And I
sure.
promise you, that you'll become a better person.
Nah,
You know what
fact.
I mean? Because we have had kids to graduate from our program, go off to college.
Yeah.
All of them are either going to college or they're joining the workforce.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
everyone that we've graduated has done something really positive for themselves, and then they're giving back to the community.
I think the thing
So
is, programs like you guys have and other programs, and you teach kids how to be productive citizens.
right,
Right?
exactly.
Like that's what we got to get back to. It. We
Hmm.
get the rags, the riches, we get the fast money, we get the nice house and car. Teach kids how to be good people.
Good people. That's right. That's
Like
all it
that's
is, man.
yeah,
That's
man.
all
That's
it
all it
is.
is for sure,
Yeah.
man. So, one of the other things that I also do, man, that's heavy, that I do in the community is coach basketball. I
Right.
mean, like I said, I've been coaching basketball since I was a kid. I coached at a local high school. I started off at I started off at Parkside. Let me
Okay.
back up. I played basketball for Wacomico High School. I won a state championship when I was in school.
Okay.
So that
Great.
kind of sort of was my claim to fame when it came to basketball. Me and two of my other friends, Craig Winder and Bubby Brown, started a program a few years back called Kids Rock. And
Okay.
Kids Rock was a basketball program We were working at juvenile services, and we saw a revolving door. Kids
Yes.
were just continuing to come back. And like you
Right.
said, they weren't getting structure in the community. They weren't getting it at home. All of
Mm-hmm.
these things were lacking. We took what we knew. We knew basketball. So
Yes.
we were able to take basketball and teach life principles.
Right.
Right? So I've been involved in doing that over the years with several different programs. Our current program right now is called Hoops R Us.
Uh-huh.
It's an amazing program that we're running right now and operating. Um, and what we're doing right now, I don't coach locally for high school. I coached, again, I started off at Parkside JV.
Okay.
I volunteered at Y High a few years. I coached middle school at Y Middle a little bit. I coached middle school girls at Bennett Middle. Um, I was at Mardella for 1 year as a head coach. I did very
Okay.
well there. We
Yes.
changed the
Yes.
program around. I
Uh-huh.
got coach of the year that year in the Bayside South.
Right.
After some, a little bit of controversy there, not nothing major, but it was just some things I didn't agree with. And I went to the Salisbury school. I went to the private school
Right.
sector. So after 1 year in the private school sector, going to the championship my first year, I was able to recruit a kid named Tyler Ball.
Uh-huh.
Tyler Ball is currently playing at Salisbury University.
Right.
An amazing kid, man. When he played 4 years with me, he was my only kid that I ever recruited. But we won multiple championships. He was player of the year multiple times.
Right.
And he really gave me a great outlook on what it meant to be pour into a kid who you believe in.
Yes.
Yeah, we had other kids on the team as well who did well. I had Pierce Vasquez, who was a star. Both of those kids in my tenure at the Salisbury School were 1,000-point scorers,
Oh
two of,
man.
two of the first in the school's history.
Right.
So that was definitely a plus. And then my win-loss record there in the championships we won was an amazing thing as a coach there as well. Like I said, I got two-time. I was a two-time coach of the year in that conference
Right.
during my tenure as well. And then it's just been an amazing feature. So I now currently partner on Mondays and Wednesdays. Mondays is at Harmon, the courts at Harmon Field, which is behind the
Okay.
YMCA in Salisbury.
Right.
And Wednesdays is at Billie Jean Jackson Park, which is near the Richard Hazel Youth Center
Right.
in Salisbury as well. I partner with Parks and Rec to
Okay.
do a free clinic for kids in the community. Um, free is needed. I know it takes funds to
Yeah.
fund programming. I know, but we have to find ways to get grants. We have to find funding. We have to chicken barbecue, whatever it looks
Yeah.
like. We got to do that
That's right.
to make
That's
sure that
right.
these kids have what they need because sometimes finances causes our kids not to get programming, right?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it was able to, Parks and Rec had got a grant that they run called the Game Changers Grant, where it provides different sports. Right now, they are running basketball, baseball, and lacrosse for free
Okay.
during the
Okay.
week for
Mm-hmm.
kids. And it's just an amazing thing, man. We have tons of kids, man. It's just it feels good to be able to have like one band, one sound, have those kids look up to you and respect
Right.
you and listen.
And
And sometimes, like you said, man, you build a rapport where you get more out of them sometimes than even their parents do. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Because they so
Right.
used to that voice,
Uh-huh.
and they don't want to disappoint you as their
And
coach.
right.
So that's like an amazing thing, Mr. Charles, man. Because even when I go into some of these schools, especially the elementary schools, these past couple of weeks, and to see some of my kids that's in my camp.
Uh-huh.
Man, I'm talking about from high fives to hugs,
Yes, yes.
wanting me to introduce me to their teachers,
Uh-huh.
to all of that, man. And it's just an amazing feeling, man. Because again, typical male. I come from a single father. I mean, my single mother. My father
Uh-huh.
wasn't in my life, but I never used that as an excuse, right?
Exactly. That's the
Like,
key.
yeah,
That's
like
the
I
key.
said, the key thing my grandmother, my great grandmother, and my mother taught was just be a good person. Like I
Uh-huh.
said, I can't say that enough. Everything I teach, everything I do, that's key for me to teach those life principles about just be a good person.
Right.
Don't do people wrong and do
Mm-hmm.
your best, just to stay out the way and
That's
do
right.
what you love, man. Do what you
Uh-huh.
love and you're going to live a happy life, man. And it's a blessing because for years I was in jobs and I wasn't doing what I loved. Like I
Absolutely.
said, I'm grateful for Maneri's Dream Alliance because every day I wake up, I would do this work without being paid. You
Uh-huh.
know, this is
Uh-huh.
my passion. This is what I love. But it's a plus and a bonus that Maneri's Dream Alliance pays me to do this work.
Right.
But you know, this is my life, Mr. Charles. It's one of those
And
things where I truly believe you know, this is my calling.
yeah, and you know, I'm basically living the same thing. I go to schools. This is like Salisbury School.
Yeah, yeah,
Visit my grandkids. And then like you say, the high fives, the hugs, you
yeah.
know what I mean? And but it amazed me how many people that I didn't know, how
Right.
many kids I didn't know that just want to come and get close to you and talk to you and you interact with them, you know,
Yeah,
and it's because that's the piece that's missing.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
that's the
Every,
piece that's missing.
every person needs a positive person,
Right,
right? Like I tell
right.
people, whether you call it, my uncle said earlier, we need less role models and more real models, right?
Real models.
And
That's
I
right.
often say, instead of relatable, trying to be relatable to kids, we got to be credible, right?
Right,
We don't never
exactly.
want to be on their level. We want to
Uh-huh.
respect. We want to respect the difference
That's
and let
right.
a kid know I may have gone through some things that you have gone through in a different way,
Right,
but at the
exactly.
same time, you know, I can help you process it a little better
Uh-huh.
than what you are. And if
Right.
you really want that help, I'm here to help. And if not, you want to learn the hard way, I'll still be here when you're ready for help.
When you're ready for
Right?
help.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I
right.
won't ever
That's
shut
right.
the door on you. When you're really
And
ready for help, I'll still
right.
be right here willing to help you.
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, I went through that with the boys mentoring program.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I had
yeah.
one boy, he just he could not get with me at all. And
Right,
you know
right.
what changed him? One day I was in there and we were having a program and I just brought like my laptop in. I had some music on the laptop and he came up and he's like, are you a DJ? I said, yeah, I DJ and I make music, you know, I'm a music producer. And I'm gonna tell you, man, this guy that at one point just could not stand me, he just laid his head on my shoulder while he's looking at my laptop. And I was like, "You want to hear some of the stuff I did?" And he said, "Yeah." So I played a couple songs that I had done, and that changed the game,
Nah, for
changed
sure.
everything. You know,
For sure.
you have to find where they are,
Yeah.
and find where they are, and then you know exactly what to say and how to deal with them from where they're coming from.
Oh, for sure.
And each one is coming from a different place, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's a little hard to find that place. But I just am open enough with them to let them know, hey, you can tell me whatever you want. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what you say.
Right.
Just say what you got, what's on your mind.
Nah, for
Just
sure.
say it. And that's how I really connect with them.
Yeah.
Um, but I applaud you, man, and
Yeah.
I've watched you over the years. You're one of my role models,
Ah,
you
that's what's
know.
up. Thank you.
And yeah, because
That
I've
means a
seen
lot.
you like do so many things, and sometimes it's like, how does he have time to do all of this? And it's all community activity. And just
Yeah.
like you said, it's bringing community together, it's
Yeah.
bonding families.
Yeah.
You know, you're helping the parents, you're helping the kids, you're helping
Yeah.
the family, that family, all in one, you
Yeah.
know,
It's
through
got
a
to
lot
be.
of different programs.
I'm a firm believer, man. You know, I know we gotta wrap up soon, but I'm a
Yeah.
firm believer in holistic healing.
Right.
Our
Right.
community is powerful. We've shown it over time that
That's
we
right.
can build Black Wall Streets. We have shown
Yep.
it over time that we are the most greatest inventors in the world. We have
Yes.
shown it over time that we can be the greatest military generals. We have
Uh-huh.
shown it over time that we are very powerful people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when we tap into that power, man, uh, I truly believe we can make amazing things happen. So I just holistically though, we got to heal from some things.
Right. Exactly.
Slavery took a lot out of us,
Uh-huh.
mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Yeah.
We
Exactly.
gotta find ourselves again, man, and get back to what it used to be.
And work as a team.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
we got to work as a team, you
yeah,
know.
sure.
And you and I have done some things together,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm looking at the programs and it's like this guy he makes everything happen. You know what I mean? This
For
guy makes
sure,
everything
man.
happen, man. And I'm gonna
Listen,
tell you, you know, right here, it is an honor for me
man.
to have you come to me and want to work with me. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yes,
that's
sir, yes, sir.
important. That is so important to me, you
Yeah, I
know.
got some other things coming, man. Like I said,
Okay.
because like I said, you know, that southern soul thing is a real thing, and
Yeah, yeah.
I got something for you. I got something for
Okay.
you.
Well, you know
Yeah,
I'm with
yeah,
you,
yeah.
man.
Oh
I am
yeah,
with
yeah,
you
yes, sir.
100%,
And I
you
and I
know.
thank you for that, man. Like I said, man, I'm a firm believer in energy as well, man. And when I
Yeah.
met you the first time I met you, man, your energy was amazing, man. So
Oh yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's everything I needed to know.
That's right. Yep. Same here, man.
Yeah,
Same
yeah,
here. Well, look, I tell you what, man, we're gonna have to do this again because
yeah,
there's
yeah,
a
for
lot more
sure.
conversation, a lot more topics, that
Yeah,
we need to cover. So we'll set up another time where we can get together and just talk, man. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? Just
for
talk.
sure, man. I look
So
forward to it, sir. Thank you for having
yes,
me on
sir.
today.
All right. Thank you for taking your time, man, and just coming in, taking a few minutes, to talk to me and share your story.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Jermichael Mitchell, also known as King Langston.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
Thank you
right.
so
Have a
much.
good night,
Take care.
man. Thank
You
you
guys
so
take
much.
care, man.
All right.